What's going on, people? It is time for the Innergeekdom tournament to continue. We are the Cinefanatics. My name's Robert Adams, and that's not my brother.
Oh, hey, it's Wade Wilson here. Deadpool.
No. Apparently, we got a special guest tonight. It's Deadpool. Didn't know we had the fundage to afford Ryan Reynolds on this stream, but who knows?
Believe me, I'm a lot cheaper than you think I am.
That's what she says. Anyways,
I'm the one who makes the jokes here, buddy, not you.
Yeah, I tried. Anyways, Mr. Wade Wilson, thank you for blessing us with your presence on this stream. And I'd also like to thank everyone who's watching the stream right now. Typically, we don't do live streams on Friday night, but apparently this match seems to be good enough for us to be doing a live stream tonight, so we're going to.
And I'm blessing you with my presence.
Thank you, sir.
Although I am going to take this mask off.
But aren't you like a hideous mess under there?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and take the mask off, and we'll all see your hideousness.
Be afraid!
Don't do that again.
I can't. I literally threw the mask over there.
Nice hair.
Not gonna happen anymore. You know. I was gonna make a pandemic joke. Everybody wear your masks, but I legitimately cannot breathe in that.
That's one mask that you actually cannot breathe in.
That's one mask I actually cannot breathe in.
That's
and I'm assuming that nobody was here to see it yet, but hey, you'll catch it on the replay if you're smart.
Or the video only plays for you if you're smart? I don't get how that works.
Or you'll not be late to another one of our live whatever we're doing here.
So what's going on tonight? We're doing a reaction.
We're doing a reaction live. We're doing it live. It is the reaction to Alex Damon versus Brandon Hanna. Why? Okay, first of all, why are we only doing Brandon Hanna matches live? We did the one with Saul. Now we're doing this one.
I mean typically these have been pretty good.
Are we just only doing the matches that Brandon Hanna's in live? Because why would we do that?
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't planned to be that way. We just heard, hey, this is a good match. Let's do a live stream. So here we are doing a live stream.
Right. So the breakdown for what's going on here is we've got Brandon Hanna from the Droogs versus Alex Damon from the Rockstars. Now, as the names imply, Brandon Hanna is a Droog and Alex Damon is a Rockstar. That's a you're giving me nothing to work with here, Gandalf the Green.
Yeah. I am wise, and a wise man stays silent.
Sure. So here's the breakdown here is that we know Brandon Hanna has been and is good at Innergeekdom.
Yes.
For the most part, most of the different movies, the different parts of Innergeekdom, he's actually pretty decent at, if not actually good to great. But Alex Damon, on the other hand, he is pretty much near lights out on at least 2, if not 3 subjects that we know of in Innergeekdom right now. We know he's good at Star Wars. There's no arguing that. We've seen his abilities in that Lord of the Rings exhibition match, and he's lights out in Lord of the Rings. But where does that leave him with all the other parts of Innergeekdom? Star Trek, actually pretty good in Star Trek. But do we know where he sits with like Wizarding World and all of that?
Plus, I mean, here we're talking about like how much time is there to study in between these matches. There might have been like time where they've been able to build up the knowledge before this particular match.
Yeah. And so Thank you for your input.
Pleasure. That's why I'm here. So who do we have winning this?
Yeah, let's look at the bracket there.
Let's check out the bracket. So right now we got it down between Hanna and Damon, and we're thinking of Damon is just going to I would say slightly edge out Hanna.
Maybe ever so slightly. I mean, if we're going to be honest, we really want to be honest about Brandon Hanna's skills. He does have enough skills to pay some bills, and some of those bills might come up due against Alex Damon. But again, let's look at the way Damon has performed with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. These are two subjects that have been notorious for having weird and hard to pronounce names, locations, vehicles, and characters, and
which tends to happen when you're talking about like Middle Earth and the Wizarding World. There's weird spelled names of everything.
Yeah. So if you're looking at that, you're thinking, hey, if I can nail these categories, I'll probably be pretty good anytime one of those questions get asked. That's if you're near perfect on any one particular or two particular subjects, you're pretty well going to do decent in Innergeekdom. The thing is that we still know that Alex Damon is, even with a few games under his belt, kind of an unknown quantity still in Innergeekdom. We don't really know how deep his skills go in some of these subjects. So we're hoping that, does he spin a Wizarding World tonight and go, perfect in round 2 on Wizarding World? I mean, does he accidentally spin Who Said It and just kill that category? Because that's like the one that gets everybody in Innergeekdom. The Who Said It, the mixed bags.
And I would love to see if someone spins that and then just all of a sudden they just tear through that entire category and just dominate that. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah, so I mean, we're looking at a game here where it really could come down to either one of these guys. And, like or hate Brandon Hanna for his character, his heel persona that's coming across that everyone wants to boo and everything. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. The games that he's lost, he still performed well in. Mm-hmm. So it's not it's not unheard of to see maybe Brandon Hanna does win this. But again, we give the slight edge to Alex Damon here just because of we've seen the level of depth of knowledge on at least a few of these subjects, and he is a champion. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to play at a championship level. So
yeah.
Let's see. I know we want to jump into it here pretty soon. I think one of the things to be looking at here also is manager play, because it was announced prior to this match, and I feel like we're going to see something about it here, that Ken Knapsack is going to be the manager for the Droogs now.
Oh, okay.
Now that they've been managerless, Burnett stepped away. Now we have... And here's the thing. Ken makes sense because he was kind of jumping in really as a Star Wars only. Well, he's not going to do any more Star Wars matches this year. Now that the tournament is over, his run in the tournament ended sooner rather than later, unfortunately for him. But now it does make sense for him to be a manager in this position because he has been a manager before. He has
managerial experience.
He has managerial experience. So it makes sense to see him come back again. I would like to see how it works after Brandon Hanna managed him in that Star Wars match. Managed him to see how he turns those tables around on Brandon Hanna a little bit. But we also got Roxy coming in and backing up her player Alex Damon, and well, we know Roxy knows her stuff as a manager and is a pretty good manager. So I want to see how the sparks fly with the managers here on this match tonight. So that being said, I think we should jump into this. So
right before we do it, we got Camshaft. Hey guys, watching from the pool again, stretching. Well, thank you for joining us, Camshaft.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into this, and let's see what we got here.
Let's unleash the carnage.
Let's unleash the carnage.
Hello, everybody. Kind of an impromptu
Hey, Christian.
video, I have to say. Manscaped. That. Get some votes. So as you know, we've been on the
Might turn it up just
for
a little.
new manager of the Burning Droogs, and what I did was I sent an email out to let the faction vote on who they want as their new manager, with names and stuff of that floating around, and they did. Some people have made a claim for that title. I think everybody knows that Brandon Hanna has been very, very vocal about wanting to be the new manager of the Droogs, and so his name was put on there with the rest of the faction, and they voted. They all voted together. There's one person I didn't get their vote, and I said I needed to get all their votes before we actually did a vote here in general. So I was able to finally get this individual here to get the vote full on. You know him. You used to love him. He is the pit boss, Ken Knapsack. Hello, Ken. How are you, old friend of mine? It's great.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for that. Good. How you doing? You recovered from that match or what? Did you wake up yet?
Yeah. Look. Yeah. PJ and I have had some words behind the scenes. Some of those questions, but move on.
Nice.
Before we get into what we're here today, any words on Andres Cabrera winning the whole thing?
You know, I'm proud of that guy. I love that guy.
Take
nothing away from Damon. What a match!
It was great.
And you had like 11,000 people watching Ace ascend to the top, or nearly the top. I like that kid.
It was nuts. And look, and I know that we've been talking here about your involvement and things that you've been doing and whatnot. You were able to compete, and I wanted to let you know that you didn't respond to any of my emails, so thank you for that, nor texts about the Droogs are looking for a new manager. The votes are in. However, there is one person who has not voted. You want to take a guess on who that was?
Oh, that's got to be Makuga. He doesn't pay attention either, right?
Well, he's on swag.
So his vote doesn't count.
Yeah, I'll help you out. It was you. You didn't vote.
Oh,
yeah, you didn't vote.
Did you send it to my Hotmail?
I sent it everywhere. I sent an email to your house, an actual email to your house. I sent a letter to your house. I have a smart house. There's a lot of stuff. Good. There's a lot of stuff that I did. So I need you to give me a vote right now so I can tally that up and figure out
What's
who
Hotmail?
You don't have to write it down. You just tell me at this point.
It's a really spicy envelope.
It depends if you end it with an M or an N.
That's it for the jokes for me tonight, guys. I'm out.
Tiffany Smith.
Not on swag, not eligible. I would say maybe someone more around the circle, something along those lines.
Oh yeah. Like someone from like the
someone around,
yeah. Oh, then Catherine Reitman. She was a great co-host.
No, definitely. Catherine's very busy on her Netflix show, working moms. Not involved in the Schmoedown. I would say maybe keep it in. Yeah, maybe keep it around your circle of people, or maybe not even your circle, people that are on.
Oh, hey,
right off
the
Nutrisystem. Nutrisystem from
around that area.
Shush.
Who's on my team? Let me check the rosters here. I got it up. I go to frankjanish.blog.com.
Yeah.
I like this guy. I like his beard. Warfather. Can we vote Warfather?
That's your official vote. You're gonna say Warfather is the official vote for Ken Knapsack to run the Droog.
Warfather. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna write that down.
I like him.
Huzzah!
Right. So I'm gonna tell you right now. I have the official manager of the Droogs. Would you like me to tell you who that is now, or do you want to find out like everybody else?
Imagine Warfather being the manager.
I mean, clearly, my vote has like sway, right? Not swag, but sway. So
it was a close race.
Remember Sway from MTV News? He was good. It was, it's
TV
Warfather.
News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new manager of the Burning Droogs, starting with tomorrow's match, Brandon Hanna and Alex Damon, is the pit boss. Ken Knapsack is the manager of the Droogs. Ken, congratulations. Your faction has voted you in. You are the new manager.
Wait a minute. Come on.
What? You're the manager of the Droogs.
What do I got to do?
You got to manage the Droogs. You're a baseball guy. Manage a team and take them to a championship, like the '86 Mets.
I'm not. Do you think I'm as unattractive as Davey Johnson? Is that what
Yeah.
you're telling me? I'm more of a
Yeah.
Jim Lee.
Are we talking
All right,
sports?
Look, I don't know. I can turn it down, right? I can just say,
You get paid extra.
oh, I'm definitely okay. I'm listening. Yeah, great. This is going to be like,
Well, the Droogs are
you
mine.
told me to produce Schmoes. No, right? This is
Well, it
Knights of
depends. You
Ken.
gotta
Knights
deal
of
with
Ken.
Brandon Hanna and all
Knights
those
of
people. What
Ken.
I will say is, it's for the remainder of the season. You are the interim manager for the remainder of the season. You are the interim manager. Listen, you have taken people to championships before. Mike Kalinowski was under your reign when he took both the teams and the Innergeekdom championship. So you have experience. So you are now the manager of the Droogs, and your first match is tomorrow. Brandon Hanna and Mr. Alex Damon. Once again, you get to see Alex Damon.
I like that kid. All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna slide. I wrote down a rate. I'm gonna slide it across to you
Let me see.
over the desk, and you tell me if that
No way.
if that works.
Works for me. You're in.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the new manager of the Burning Droogs, the pit boss, Ken Knapsack, starting with tomorrow's match. Ken, I know you're ecstatic about it. Your faction has voted you, and I will say there was a few people, one notably, who did not vote for you, and this person
Gee, I
voted
wonder
for
who.
themselves, and I won't have to say who that is. All right. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I have a feeling that's going to be a part of this match.
I like how he slid that across the table through a stream. I feel like it's like a magical stream, just like our door is magical and can transport you from our living room to LA in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, guys. It's canon. It's Cinefanatic canon.
Welcome back, movie trivia Schmoedown fans. This is the
Nice.
Innergeekdom tournament. It is the second round. And
Foggy
this
Nelson.
match is
Nice.
one of the most highly anticipated matches we have had in a long time in the Innergeekdom division. We have Brandon, the Hitman Hanna, versus Alex, the Demon Damon. My goodness, Mark, this is something.
Oh, Christian, you hate to say it's as simple as good versus evil, but if their, behavior recently has to be believed, then you can make it that distinction because Alex Damon's so easy to root for. He's run through the Star Wars division so many times. He's tried his hand at Innergeekdom, and he looks formidable in that as well. And then you have Brandon Hanna. What happened to the kid who, a mere couple of years ago, went to a show I did at a college? He wasn't even a student there. He just wanted to come meet me and take a picture, and he was a pleasant young lad. Since then, all downhill. I think he's more machine now than man.
Yeah, a lot has happened with Brandon Hanna. He is
turned
3-2.
into Janine.
He did beat Saul. He took that victory.
He's good.
He got that victory against the Den. He's very happy about that. But the guy just can't stay happy because what happens? The Droogs are looking for a new manager. Brandon Hanna comes, I'm going to manage, and I managed Ken Knapsack in Star Wars. See how I did? And then the Droogs voted in that Ken Knapsack would be the interim manager. I don't know. It seems like him and Ken are on the same page now, but is that going to affect him? Then you go to the flip side. You got Roxy Stryer.
That's going to be
and Alex
funny.
Damon.
That's a great dynamic
Roxy
that they
Stryer
set up on that.
acknowledges
Yeah.
how much Alex Damon has done for her faction this year. He has a lot of the points this year. He beat Emily Rose Jacobson in Atlanta. He beat Jen Kemp in the first round. He is a dominant Star Wars champion. He's getting better and better in the Innergeekdom division. He is becoming her kind of golden goose right now. So this is everything for Roxy. She doesn't have anybody left at the moment. So this is a big match for her and the Rockstars.
That's right. It's tough when you get the metaphors because he clearly is her golden goose. But when you lay an egg or an egg is laid, it's not always a good thing in sports. So this is going to be such an intense battle. I mean,
I feel like laying eggs in the middle of a sports game does make things very difficult to perform well
a lot of things
in that game.
Unless you're in the egg-laying competition of the Olympics, which is the thing, right?
A live match, albeit in his hometown of Atlanta. So how will they fare here today?
Well, it should be.
More of a neutral site.
That's a
I think
great
it's fair
skill
say
to
the
have.
Internet is, although if the internet was to be asked, I think most of them would be pulling for Alex Damon.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially after Brandon Hanna hasn't shut
Exactly.
his mouth.
That's what it
over
sounds
a
like
month.
when you lay an egg.
He keeps talking and he keeps talking and keeps talking. He did it against Saul, and he's certainly been going
Egg,
after
followed by
the
that.
beloved champion in Alex Damon. He's been
What
going
is it?
after him. Damon's fired back on social media. Damon's not one of those people who's just going to sit there, but he'll fire back in the classy way that Damon does. But Hanna puts out his videos, and that's why we're here today. Roxy fired back on behalf of Damon. This has been a battle of words, but it is going to be a battle of knowledge. And you want to see how we got here and everything that's been going down? Here you go.
Set up here in the chat.
Burn the place to the ground, starting with all the people, everyone who are the real jokes of this league.
I want to make sure that we're very aware that Eric Rodriguez gets the Odie Award for this stuff.
Brandon Hanna's career on the line. Those losses to Chandru, not good. I felt the pressure of the match. So I know Brandon Hanna had to feel the pressure of the match. So he knew if he were to talk all this smack, all this talk, cause all this consternation.
That's a word.
Wow.
That if he loses, oh my gosh, does he look like the biggest idiot in the world?
Hi.
Was that a Joker?
Hi.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon the
I'm still sad that Saul lost that.
Yeah.
Guide, go anywhere. Did you? No. Of course I'm back.
Brandon Hanna. There's something about him right now. It's like a car crash. You can't stop but watch it. It's like, what's he going to say next? Who's he going to go after next? What bridge is he going to burn next?
It seems like some people are in this league
I'd like to keep driving.
Drama and make a name for themselves regardless of skill. And I do know that Brandon Hanna has the skill. I've seen his accuracy rating.
The accuracy thing is real. He's a scary player. Brandon knows what he's doing, and I can't sit here and disparage him because of his attitude so much that I can say, I think you've got your work cut out for you, Alex.
Oh, Demon, prepare to go down in flames because you will suffer the same exact fate.
Hell jokes. Get it?
Just don't get it. It's movie trivia, man.
He didn't get it. Okay.
It would be fun to play Alex Damon, only to shut up all the.
I'm just waiting until
who think he's gonna
Brendan
somehow
starts
take this tournament.
smack talking and slam poetry.
Champion.
Yeah.
You really think, honey, that's who you should be taking a
Demon,
shot at?
Damon, you're down with the
sickness.
With the Droogs will
When I
destroy
beat
you and dominate
I'll
you.
run in
Will
and give you a high five for lasting 2 rounds.
Whatever.
with me, because
I need to work on my improv
all it's going to be.
Ask Andrew Guy. Mike
and maybe my
Kalinowski.
slam poetry.
Talk and talk and talk, but you
That
win,
one's more
people
important.
Start to listen.
Yeah.
Alex is a Star Wars champion, but that's all he really is, a Star Wars champion. Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
know
gonna take a perfect
how
storm for
deep
that
cut
to
the
be
Star Wars
able to
division
do.
is.
Wow.
He's just a Star Wars champion.
Coming.
He's a champion. He's a champion of a very difficult division.
Let's see Hannah come over to the Star Wars and then see how much he's.
Just a champion. Just don't even worry about it. He's just a champion. It's nothing to worry about.
He just walks around with a belt on his shoulder.
It's like he's earned gold somehow. Okay.
While the rest of us
Fired up,
peons
Mark.
walk around with
I'm
belts
pumped
around
up.
our waist.
I mean, there is a lot of smack talk, but Brandon Hanna is.
Put it.
Look,
I'm trying very hard there.
talked a lot of smack in that last match against Saul, and people said, "Well, you better back it up," and he backed it up in a really great match, by the way.
Yeah, look now with Brandon, who was a sweet boy at one time in his life, he at least I can give him this credit that he's really good at talking.
Is that back when he was
He
interning
knows
for
his
Bateman?
way around smack talk, but to Alex Damon's credit, he doesn't look all that fazed by it yet. But once you get into the heat of competition, does any of that enter the back of your brain? Maybe you missed a question that you thought you had. Does the doubt start to creep in? We're about to find out because it's all going down right now.
All right. So before we get into it, like we mentioned, here are the standings at the moment. You see where the rock stars are. You see where the Droogs are. And to bring in to talk about just that, the manager of the rock stars, Roxy Stryer, and the interim manager of the Droogs, the pit boss, Ken Knabsock. All right, let's start with you, Ken. Look, you were shocked by the
Is he
decision
wearing a
of
Gin
your
Blossom shirt?
faction mates to take over this faction, but yet here you are with Brandon Hanna.
Sure.
How you feeling about this match?
Yeah, here I am, Chairman. I'm always here for you. Don't forget that. Don't forget that, Chairman. You call, I wait till at least 5 times before I answer, but eventually I do. So I'm here, and I don't want to manage. But, you know, I like this kid, Brandon Hanna. I remember when I thought his
Do
name
you?
was Bryce and he used to get me the coffee when I was doing the inside Schmoedowns and he'd press play on the camera. He was a good kid. And now to see where he's come, to see where he's going, this is a great match. I'm excited. Alex, I love Alex Damon. The Damon, he's a good kid. He's a good guy. And I look, we know his Star Wars knowledge, but I think he's not focused. I think he's rooting for his wife more than rooting for himself right now. And Brandon Hanna is coming off a match, and I don't know why people were supporting.
That's not
Saul,
necessarily
who
a
looks like
negative.
guy who runs an unlicensed.
That's a
hot dog
smart man
cart
right there.
in Times
Rooting for your
Square.
wife?
Why would you even root
Yeah.
for that guy? But, Hanna proved himself
I would
there,
I
but
would
know
encourage that
people-
behavior,
I know
actually.
people, they want always the next big thing. This is the next big thing.
This
So
is a
I'm
sign of
here,
an intelligent
and I'm in
person.
Hanna's corner,
You know,
and
being a
he's gonna
support
get
for your
it.
spouse.
Don't you
Whatever.
Clink, clink.
All right. Roxy Stryer. Look, you hear Ken?
Here comes an ad.
Ken is now on the opposite.
Woohoo! What is it? Trepidation. Dark horror effects.
I don't know, but we can't there you go.
side
We're not
here. This is
sponsored.
a big thing. You've been
Hey,
here
but
since
I
the
want
beginning.
dark
Yeah,
horror effects.
No, it's all right.
Been here from the beginning.
I will
so,
get dark horror
is
effects.
welcome
Shut up.
to the table,
And
right
you will
now.
all watch our
Yeah,
content.
You're right. Everybody
This
does
is gonna
love
have dark
Alex
horror.
Damon.
Roxy is speaking.
He is
Shut up.
The most loved person possibly in the Schmoedown, and for good reason. I don't know on what grounds you think he's not focused. This is literally all he does. And I think it takes a pretty great man to support his wife. So I'm not even going to be angry about that. But at the end
There
of
you
the day,
go.
he is the champion for a reason. And yeah, Christian, you said it earlier, but Brandon Hanna does keep talking and talking and talking. And oh my God, at first he was taking shots and I was here for it, but now he just won't shut up.
Yeah, he's gone after you on social media. He's gone
Oh
after.
my God. He doesn't even know who he's playing with anymore.
Yeah, you responded to him. You posted a video about it. But Mark, I know you had something you wanted to ask.
Yeah, I mean, because you have all this preamble and you have all this hype, but once you actually get in the ring, it's a question of how much do you actually believe in your competitor. And so, Roxy, I'll start with you and then go to Ken. Is any of this talk, any of this hoopla going to get in the head of your competitor? Is that something that
watch
you
the
as a
hoopla.
manager genuinely worry about?
0% when it comes to Alex Damon.
I was saying
I
that.
do have players
Who's
where
saying that?
talk gets to them. And you know, they
I don't know,
get
but the
riled up,
adjustment
and
on
part
my
of job
earbuds
as a
just
mentor
changed, and
come
you
in
just
and
went
make
woof.
sure that they're not letting those
I did.
outside voices.
I heard
take
hoopla
over.
all the way from your
Not when
bedroom.
it comes to Alex Damon.
That's
He's
funny.
like the Yoda of Innergeekdom.
There's someone in your room
He's
screaming hoopla.
so zen, is so
Trying to keep them
powerful.
quiet.
You can see it when he plays
We're
the
streaming
game.
right now.
I've
Please
never
do.
seen him hate.
We're streaming.
The only thing he doesn't like, and it has nothing to do with other competitors, is missing a question.
Sorry, guys.
It's the only thing that bothers him.
Okay, but Ken, I mean, we see, that wolf and the three little pigs. You huff, you puff, you try to blow a house down. Eventually, you get tired, you get winded. Is that going to happen?
Whoa,
to him?
watch it.
First of all, Roxy says, welcome to the table. I'm one of the people that built this table. You're welcome to be here. All right.
How are those splinters doing?
I wear gloves. Second thing about it, Alex is like Yoda. Yoda was great. Yoda was the best Jedi of all time. But what is Yoda?
20-second hand wash.
Is the best teacher. Yoda failed. Yoda failed a lot. Alex Damon, you're about to hit
Make sure
that
you sing
belly
Africa
button.
by
And to your
Toto while you
question,
do so.
Mark, No, Hanna can huff. He can puff.
I
That's
bless the
part of
rays.
You know those players. You know those Richard Sherman players on the line there waiting for the snap, just talking mad until the ball is hiked and it fuels them.
Edited by Nerd Chronic.
That's what we got here.
All right, well, hope you
Maybe
guys- this is
Ken
going to
Knapsack.
be anticipated. Hanna versus Damon. Big match for both factions here, too. Thank you to Ken. I'm going to put you in the waiting room there. And Roxy, as we get ready, man, this is something.
How's your, is this just my apartment? Because it feels like it just got 20 degrees hotter in here. Is my AC on the fritz, or is that just the temperature in this virtual room that we're about to enter?
Well, we're going to find out in
Yes.
just a moment. Mark, you ready to get
Both.
going?
Yeah, let's
Definitely both.
air a little bit. It's not a wig,
Although,
folks. It's going to get.
we're in
Christian,
Austin, Texas. It's at night and it's 88 degrees outside with a humidity of like 200%, and it's not raining.
It's way hotter than 88
3
degrees.
rounds in the
Well, yeah, we're not talking about the heat index here.
quarterfinals. Introducing.
We've been in the hundreds all day.
first,
Yeah.
representing the Rock Stars with a record of 2 wins.
Does Brandon
no
get-
defeats.
Oh, this is Alex Damon. Never mind.
He is
Oh, he's the champion. Yeah, he gets his own.
reigning
He gets his own theme.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown Star Wars Champion of the World, Alex the Demon Damon. Oh,
Sorry, I'll do that later.
what you doing there?
Nice shirt.
Alex the Demon Damon. Alex, you just can't lose.
Look relaxed
You have won 2
and summery.
already in a row.
You have a shirt like that too, don't you?
Obviously
No.
the most dominant Star Wars champion.
You should get one.
You made it to the quarterfinals here.
Then I can
against
look
Brandon
just like
Hanna.
him.
He has not been shy.
That's all you need.
Talking about how you are out of your league, how this is the end of the road for you. You've shot back at him. How do you feel about Hanna and everything he's been saying?
I mean, I'm not really here to beat Hanna. I don't have anything to prove to him. I'm just here to prove to myself that I know more than just Star Wars. And I mean, there's obviously been some gaps in my knowledge in the past, but I've overcome them. And in between every single match, I am filling in those gaps. And I think that there is another wheel slice this match that I can check off the list as another sure thing.
Well,
Alex, once again, you've come to play, my friend, and you've
You know how much fun that's going to be to do to Harry Potter when we finally get around to watching Harry Potter like that.
When we
It's
look
coming
at this
soon.
match, I always ask you about Star Wars
Oof.
and how that factors in. Is there another
coming
movie
soon.
property within the realm of the Innergeekdom?
I still
that you
kind of need to
look
catch
at
up on The
and
Hobbit, though.
Some sort of advice, some sort of motivation from going
Yeah.
into this match?
Oh, I guess I would have to
Then-
go with
then
Middle
you
Earth.
can
I
answer
mean, it's
Dwalin and
one
ask
of
for
my
Kalinowski
great
also.
Loves. I think I proved that
That'd
in
be
the
fun.
exhibition match.
Dwalin, can I have Kalinowski?
It's got
May I have
very-
Kalinowski, sir?
May I have
It's
Kalinowski?
just that perseverance, keeping up, overcoming obstacles, and that's what I'm going to do today.
Is Kalinowski available for the fight this
Damon,
afternoon?
thank you. We're going to put you in the waiting room here as we wait for your
I
opponent.
have said the password, Dwalin.
I've said the password Dwalin. May I have the Kalinowski?
May I have the Kalinowskis?
Oh, I need to hit the table too? I'm sorry. Dwalin. Can I have the Kalinowski?
I just tapped it. I didn't want to break it. It looks nice, like you purchased it from my IKEA.
Stupid bit. So dumb. We can keep talking. It's just Brandon.
Look at you.
Yeah, he's just sitting on the floor next to his bed again.
Yeah.
You got a big smile on your face. You've been nothing.
Seriously, Hannah, we need like an alternate perspective so we can see exactly where you're sitting.
Alex, and you said you don't have
Because
respect.
He's sitting on a stool.
He's the longest reigning champion.
I
we've
guess.
ever
I
had.
mean, I see a chair behind him, so I know he's sitting on a chair.
He just has a really tall, high bed.
where he only has to focus.
Yeah,
on-
because if you look at me in perspective to my bed behind me, obviously you can tell I'm not sitting on the floor next to my bed.
round
Yeah.
one Star Wars question in Atlanta. I mean, you expect me to be
I
afraid
mean,
of
he
this?
has a better microphone than me, so he's got that.
2 wins, by the way, against 2 subpar, very unproven competitors. I mean, come on, like this is a joke. I'm just here to move on to the next round.
Brandon, I know in the midst of your tirade and your verbal outrage at pretty much everybody else involved in the Schmoedown, you haven't had a lot of time to consider this option. But if you do go on to win, have you thought about where in your room you're going to put that belt? Where are you going to decorate? What is it going to look like to have this Innergeekdom eventual championship, not just this tournament, but the whole thing in your humble abode?
I mean,
Hey,
I honestly
can you let people's
don't
comments
really
pop
care.
up
The
so we can
belt is
actually
a
highlight them
nice,
on the screen rather than just answering them in
I
the chat?
guess
Yeah.
Yes, I'm calling you
I
out
could put up somewhere
in the
like Kevin
video
Smets
on that.
likes to do
I'm
in the
trying
back
to.
videos. But at the end of the
Just
day,
give it a
it's
minute.
just
Let
all
them pop
about
up.
burning the whole damn place to the ground. And if I happen to win a championship at the end of
We
it,
like our
so
people to
be
get
it.
some
But,
screen time here.
Let's be honest, it's just an accessory.
I can't reach this kid, Christian.
I don't think anybody can. All right, well, if that's it, then I will bring in Mr. Alex Damon here. Brandon, you're all good?
Oh, hey Ryan.
Well, no, you know what? I
Welcome.
don't- I don't
Since you asked, let's answer that question.
This is our first
Could
time
you
seeing
bring
it. Thanks for
Ken on
asking.
for a moment, actually.
You're all right. You're interim manager. Well, we usually
Yeah,
you want to talk to him now?
my interim manager. Yeah, could you bring him in now?
All right. Here's
Hi,
Ken.
Ken.
Anna.
My interim manager.
You know, I really feel like let's be honest, I'm pretty great, and I've proven myself not just as a competitor, but as a manager as well. And Ken,
Here it goes.
I need you here at
Oh
all.
no.
I mean, what qualifies you to be here again? Running corruption.
Oh, here we go.
So if you don't mind, I'd like to manage myself for the rest of this match.
You don't want you don't want Ken.
No,
You don't
I don't.
me here. You want to call the shots yourself, even though, look, I didn't want this. But the Droogs, they cast a vote. They picked a broken stick. They played pickup sticks. They did something. You were there, and
I'm out of stuff to drink, so I have to deal with this sober.
We have in common, Ken. We both don't want this.
I have a headache now. I need to do the ibuprofen.
Decision.
Wow. So what do we do here?
Oh yeah, I have that too.
First of all, flaunting. He's flaunting his his middle finger to democracy. This is how liberty dies, I guess.
Thunderous applause.
You know what? I like his
And
moxie.
flaunted
Damon.
middle fingers.
Behind him. That's crisp corners. I trust a kid like that. That's a kid who's prepared. So you know what there, Hannah? I'll say to you now, look, just like that day that you grabbed my coffee and brought it over right before I went to tape it inside Schmoedown. I said, hey, you put that lid on a little crooked, but I still like you. Hannah, this is yours. I got stuff to deal with. I'm out.
Whoa. Ken is out. All right. So you have no. So you're gonna
Only on Streamlabs could you do a click.
Myself. I don't need that clown holding me back.
StreamYard.
Okay. Well, good.
Streamlabs.
stuff there.
Streamlabs. We're on Streamlabs. There's the link up there above if you have any questions or comments.
Right away between Brandon Hanna
You
and
feel like sending any money.
the interim manager, and we'll still get paid for this match. So, all right, Alex, sorry for the drama there. And Roxy,
That was the equivalent of like a person from the 1980s or 90s being able to just slam the phone back up on the wall.
Yeah,
Mark,
and hang up a call.
No, you're wrong.
Round number 1.
Click.
Go.
We finally get to rules. Here are the rules for round number
Oh, hey, the match
1.
started.
In the Innergeekdom, there's 10 questions from 10 different corners of good old-fashioned nerdy know-how. Each question is worth 1 point.
Let's get
There's
the
no
nerd
question.
on.
There is no stealing in
That's-
round number 1. As soon as
that's
we ask the
hilarious.
question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your
Brandon
best
better
tentative
win
answer.
this. Otherwise,
Pencil and tablet you prefer to utilize. Once you ask my name, please show what you wrote to your microphone.
it's not
At the same
long
time,
for the
you verbalize
Droogs.
it into your camera, or switch it around, whatever works for you.
It's gonna be a
I'll remind
great
each
storyline.
competitor of your free usage of the JTE.
I mean, if he
throughout
keeps
the
winning, he
duration
keeps
of the
winning. There you
match.
go.
Not sure
But-
you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds. Use a JTE rule. You
Maybe he
also
could be like Ken's new co-manager.
point by your manager,
He would
or you if you are
be
your
Ken's
own,
new.
the duration of the 3-round.
Oh,
match.
who was it? Was a
It's
co-manager?
either getting to the rules reader. What's
Of
going
corruption?
on right now?
It's a little
Yeah.
strange.
Did he have a co-manager?
Has done this season.
Yeah,
is
she's a
normal. So,
co-manager
all
of.
right, we are ready
Their
to
marriage.
start.
Oh yeah.
Alex, are you ready?
No, not married.
Finally, I'm just here to answer questions. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
with
they're
all
not
this
married
drama.
yet.
No, not yet.
Brandon Hanna, are you
Cool.
ready?
Did that on live stream.
Your questions.
Yeah.
too,
Oh,
Chris.
they're not married. Okay.
Then let's get ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Schmoedown.
Schmoedown.
They're a schmo marriage like
All right, guys,
Sean and Jillian.
Round number 1, question number 1.
Everyone just
Here's
says
your
they're married, but
first.
they're not.
In Black Panther, T'Challa confronts Claw in a casino in which country?
Ooh. Oh, country. Okay.
Country.
Are we just here to ask
Ooh.
the questions?
I don't know.
I feel like our whole job has been
I was
diminished.
like, oh my god. If I have to figure out what that city was.
First place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We start with Alex Damon, please.
South Korea.
That is correct. Brandon Hanna.
That would be South Korea.
Yes, it is. Okay.
That would be South Korea.
Great scene, too. Your
I did not put South
category
Korea.
Is Star Wars.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Your question.
Did you just
In
put
the
Korea?
Phantom Menace,
Sure.
what is the name of the reigning pod race champion who has a rivalry with Anakin? Now this
Well,
one I call
Alex has this one right.
Yeah.
Gedrick.
the answer is Kaniki from
5,
Greece.
Kaniki.
4, 3.
You got a
2,
hickey from
1.
Kaniki.
Pens down, Brandon Hanna.
That would be Sebulba.
Alex, if you get this wrong, you have to hand in your Star Wars champion.
Sebulba there is going to win, I
Question
think.
number 3. Middle Earth. Middle Earth. In the Return of the King, who becomes the Steward of Gondor in the wake of Denethor's death?
In the wake of
Christian, you're a scores and soundtrack guy. Give us some Lord of the Rings music for the kids.
La 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 la.
I mean,
la 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 la.
Technically,
You went with Laz.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
can't spell his name.
Alex Damon.
Faramir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
Faramir.
Yep. So
Faramir, however
I
you
was-
spell it.
So
Faramir, however you spell it.
I guess I was looking
And we
away at that
lobbied
point
our
in the
way
movie when I
over
just
to
watched
the
it. I was
world
like,
of
technically,
DC
Aragorn, but he's the
DC
king,
movie.
so
Any
I don't.
question?
What, is he
What
steward?
DC film features the tagline, Hell wants him, Heaven won't take him, Earth needs him?
DC film.
Yeah, sounds a little bit like Brandon Hanna, huh, Christian?
Yeah.
Except that last part.
Oh,
see,
There's only one that makes sense for me.
and 5, 4, 3,
I guess.
2, 1. Brandon Hanna.
Constantine.
Yes, it is. Alex.
Okay.
Constantine.
Yeah.
We have
Con-
our-
Constantine.
Here, 4,
I missed an
4
N.
As we get
Con-
to
Constantine.
the next question,
Const-
which
Const-
is
Constantine.
was once
in the realm
Constantinople.
of
Now it's Istanbul.
Marvel. Who played General Thunderbolt Ross in 2003's Hulk?
He did a good
Oh,
job too.
what's his name?
Thunderbolt on the birth certificate.
Should be.
Jeez.
Certainly an upgrade from whatever the name was.
Oh, here's where I'm blanking on the name of the obvious person.
Yep.
2,
Good
1.
job.
Alex.
Dang it.
Sam Elliott.
Yes.
Brandon.
Sam Elliott.
This is why we make a good
Now,
team.
the
Sam
score
Elliott.
is 5-5.
Yeah.
And it is a scrap
pick up your
back
slack.
and forth as we are
Pick up
halfway through
pick up
round
your
one.
slack.
Marcus Aurelius Ellis.
That is right, Christian. And as we continue on, I'll remind the competitors and everybody out there watching and their one manager between the two of them that if they continue on this perfect pace, a bonus question will be asked. It's also worth the point. We're not there yet. Where we are is the wizarding world of that guy. Your question. Who voices Narlac, a goblin gangster who owns a magical speakeasy in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Me and Sam Elliott were hanging out at the Burbank airport together one time, Christian.
Is that true?
Super nice guy. The mustache up close. It's like you just want to take a
I
nap
totally know the
or
answer to
take a
this.
hammock.
Yeah, I do too.
2, 1. Pens down.
That'll
Brandon.
make up for the last one.
That would be Ron Perlman.
Yes, it is.
I
Alex
didn't have it. Warwick Davis.
didn't have it on that one. All right.
Sam
so
Elliott
first one
would be his name.
perfect.
Imagine if it was Larry King.
6-5.
His name's Sam Elliott.
in the
Imagine if it
first
was
round.
Larry King,
Next
though.
question number 7.
Welcome to the
Star Trek.
speakeasy.
Name one of the original crew members besides Kirk that cameos in Star Trek Generations.
Name one of the crew members. You got
Any of these in the theater besides the JJ ones?
I want to tell you that I saw Khan when I really
name them. Name them both, and
really little. 5,
let's be impressed.
3,
Uh,
2, 1. Pens down, please. Alex Damon.
Scotty.
Yes, and Brandon.
Scotty.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Brandon
was
has
Scotty and Chekhov.
it here. As we
Yes!
see 7-6.
Good job.
I was like, it's either Chekhov or Sulu.
1 point is the lead.
No, it was Sulu's
And
like
if we continue
daughter
on that one
or
point,
grandniece or something like that.
If he remains
Yeah.
perfect and gets that bonus question asked just to him. Where we are right now is the DCEU. And the question, in the film Suicide Squad, who receives an espresso machine as a reward for completing Amanda Waller's mission?
It's a Ralph
Um,
biscuit.
Yep.
Which one of them was it?
Are you still infatuated with all
Because you
those
saw this person in the trailer drinking it too.
Nuts with Keurigs.
I still have Keurigs. Yeah. 5.
Yeah.
At your place?
4. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Brandon Hanna.
Harley Quinn.
Yep. And Alex.
Harley Quinn.
There we go. 8.
Harley Quinn.
Score.
Harley.
9.
Harley.
Harley.
Hey,
Which
Mr. J.
DC villain says prison is a creepy place, kitty, and one needs to make creepy friends in order to survive.
It's not the worst piece of advice I've ever heard.
Yep.
Someone who's been locked up many times myself.
That's false. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, guys. Hands up. Pens down, hands up.
Nope.
And
I don't.
Alex, no.
Don't have it.
Brandon,
Kitty.
Yes, Joker.
looking for Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. He was talking to Kitty Kowalski from Superman Returns.
Ourselves with a 1 point game.
I was
but
thinking
the
Suicide
extra
Squad,
point
so I was
is
like,
now
Boomerang?
not
Did
available
Boomerang
as
say
we
that?
See 8-7.
That
The-
Kitty is what gave it away.
Captain,
Question
it'd
is
be
the
Captain
final
Boomerang
question
too.
in this
I'm
round,
just
Mark.
completely wrong.
Yes, it is,
All the way around.
Christian, and wrap those sleeves up because
Captain Boomerang?
deep into a mixed bag.
Captain Boomerang.
And the question therein: who plays the villainous Benjamin Chudnovsky, who also goes by Bloodnovsky in The Green Hornet.
Did they just ask this like a couple matches ago?
I think I enjoyed this movie, right? Did we both
I don't
like this?
feel like it.
I think you liked it more than I did.
I feel
You
like
know
it.
why? Because
I don't feel like I've heard this for a while.
Your Love Tonight by Van Halen is in the song.
4,
Is in the movie.
3,
Or
And
they
no one calls him Bloodnovsky.
and Hannah.
I don't have it, but I would like to challenge the question.
Mm-mm.
You can challenge it in a second. Let's see. Alex?
Christoph Waltz.
That is correct. What's the challenge, Brandon?
Christoph Waltz.
I would not consider the Green Hornet
Same.
an Innergeekdom movie. It's not based off of a comic book of any kind. It was a radio show at first that then had comic adaptations later on. And I feel like if we can accept Green Hornet as a comic book movie, where do we draw the line? Evil Dead, Transformers, Alien versus Predator. I mean, it's
All right,
a
you
really
count-
blurry line there.
What?
All right, your challenge
Was it not
is
a
that
comic
it's
book?
not an Innergeekdom
It's
film.
not.
It was a comic strip.
We're gonna call PJ. And we'll call Mark.
Yeah, it's gonna
and
count
we
then.
will, call you
Yeah.
back.
It was a radio program originally. It was turned into a comic strip. I feel like it does count. And then, I think it was comic strip, and then later turned into a TV show.
All right, and we're back. And after a ruling, we have a decision. Marcus Aurelius.
We're back, and we have the combination. After consulting between Christian and myself, as well
Yeah.
as writer PJ
I know about that
Campbell,
one.
we have come up with the determination that the challenge will be overruled. And
Yeah.
the reason is because the Green Hornet, maybe based radio, comic, what have you, it was not asked under a comic book movie banner like a DC or a Marvel. It was asked in mixed bag, where you also might have an Indiana Jones or a Back to the Future question. So Green Hornet was on the list that
Nice
all
try.
competitors received prior to this season beginning as a possible movie that could
That's why.
be asked. So therefore, the challenge is overruled, and we will continue on with the match. Alex Damon is awarded a point, and now I believe, Christian, we are tied.
We have a tie game. It is 8.
That's why I thought
Ooh.
they have a list of movies that are actually Innergeekdom, even that might even show up in mixed bag.
Round
Yeah.
number
So
2.
in that case, that could have been challenged
Oh, it's
before.
the wheel round, Chris.
the answer is
You know
no.
how to use this wheel. I mean, you know,
I could see maybe an argument for the Aliens versus Predator. Evil Dead needs to stay in horror.
I could see an argument for Transformers, but I'd still say no to all of them.
You're going to be asked 5 questions from said genre. Each question is worth 2 points. No penalty.
I would think if we get close to Star
Aliens
Wars
available
or Star
in
Trek, then
round
I would
number
say
2. So
maybe
remember the answer.
heavily think about Alien
Four
versus
options,
Predator.
one of which is the correct answer.
But by that idea, I could also see the argument for Transformers. Evil Dead is complete horror. Evil Dead has to stay in horror, even though it's very primarily liked upon by a bunch of movie geeks.
Yeah.
Competitor.
I don't know.
All right.
For example,
The let me see.
I don't.
Alex out here too.
The
You
question
are
of where do you
higher
draw
ranked
the line?
competitor? Would you
Innergeekdom
choose
does
to
feature a lot of
go
like the
first,
major
or would
big
you like to go second?
box office
Let me consult with my
blockbuster
manager.
movies.
I would like to spin first.
All right, so Brandon Hanna, you have
Wow.
the opportunity to spin. You will have your 60
Yeah.
seconds to.
but at the same time, we're in the argument of whether James Bond should be in this.
Yeah.
I don't feel like James Bond hits that geek level.
Absolutely.
You argue that you nice.
Oh,
You argue that you can
Spinner's
geek out
choice.
about
So where
James
would
Bond,
you like to
but
go, Brandon?
you can geek out about
I would
anything.
like to go to Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Ooh.
Where we're gonna go here.
But anyone starts talking about James
All right.
Bond, you're not like
Thank you.
nerd.
Alex.
You talk about comic book, Star Trek, Star Wars, you're a nerd.
All right, so
Yeah.
actually, you know
Same
what?
with Alien versus Predator, and I could say maybe the same with Transformers.
Rounds starting now.
Alex, how you feeling?
Good. I'm happy.
You're looking amazing. He got Spinner's choice. Good. He's going to need it to even give you a fight. It's not going to really make a difference, though.
We're
because
tied
either
after
way,
round one. This is good right here.
But so that's how he's.
Yeah,
gonna
but
do
Hannah's down a
everything.
challenge. So now if there's any
I'm
opportunity
really
to challenge
excited for
coming
it.
up,
And that was
he's
the weakest challenge I've ever seen.
screwed. He's
Three.
up a creek without the challenge paddle.
That was ridiculous. I don't
There he
think
is.
a second
There's
thought,
our
but
man right
it was
there.
cute of you guys,
Hashtag
Kristen
Yodi for
and Mark,
Chronic.
to really spend time,
Down for Matrix
really
Tenji.
looking
I would
into
say
that
yes
for him.
if
Good job, Brandon. You fight for yourself.
if we reinvigorate the franchise with
Alex,
these
you
next
got
movies
this.
coming out.
Period. End of sentence. You're amazing, and that shirt is awesome.
Just
And
the
it's great.
3, and I don't know if we
Well,
even count
Ross
Animatrix
Stryer,
at this
thank
point,
you very
but
much. All right, gentlemen, let's get to the round. Mark, Brandon Hanna.
I think Animatrix had a theatrical
Star
run, did it?
Trek for his wheel spin.
Maybe.
And unlike Alex's manager. I'm not going to judge him just based off of how you make the bet. All right, Brandon, your first question of 5, number 5 in the world of Star Trek. Who plays Christopher Pike in Star Trek 2009 and Star Trek
He's gonna
Into
get it.
Darkness?
Bruce Greenwood.
Bruce Greenwood,
Great
yeah.
actor, isn't he? 2 points for Brandon Hanna.
He's one of those names that you try to remember because you see his face and you know his name.
Lead,
It's just
and you can add
get to it, get
by
to it, get
answering
to
this
it.
Next question.
I like Bruce Greenwood.
How many
Yeah.
Star Trek films did Jonathan Frakes direct?
I'll say 2.
2.
That is correct. It was First Contact and Insurrection.
Oh, yeah.
He was a cast member on The Next Generation, I believe. All right, Brandon,
Riker.
we'll continue on. Now you have a 4-point lead, adding to it, possibly. What is the name of the artifact that Kirk retrieves in Star Trek Beyond, which is revealed to be a bioweapon?
The Abronath.
Yeah, it
Ask me
sounds
if I remember
intimidating,
anything
and
from
it
Star
is.
Trek
2
Beyond.
more
The answer
points
is
for
no
Brandon
because I don't care about that
And
movie.
now we get
Idris
to the
Alba
next
is in that movie.
in the world
Idris,
of Star
Al-
Trek.
Idris
Brandon
Alba is
Hanna.
in that movie, yes.
Brandon, what is the name of the Vulcan ritual to purge all emotions?
Oh,
Bar mitzvah.
Kalinar.
Wow.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it is.
Kaminar,
Yes, it is.
I said bar mitzvah.
He's right. All right, now we move to
Wow.
the
It's the
final
coming of age
question,
ritual.
and this is for a perfect round number 2 without even the aid of multiple choice. Hitman in Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Who plays the Vulcan Lieutenant Valeris?
Kim Cattrall.
From Sex and the City, Christian.
Yeah.
Perfect round number 2. That challenge did not faze him at all.
Well, the challenge didn't. He hit Spinner's choice and he picked Star Trek, and it worked out
He
for
ran with
him
the table.
because he sees himself up 8 points.
what you
All
gotta
right,
do.
Brandon, going to drop you out
All
there.
right,
2.
Damon, get
Roxy's
Spinner's
gonna
choice
come
and
back
go
in. Roxy,
Star
you got
Trek or
another
Star
60
Wars.
seconds here to
I
talk.
want to see Spinner's
you
Choice,
can.
Star Wars,
Here you go.
I still
or
think you,
Middle Earth.
Alex,
Yeah.
don't let that get to you. You
If
know
he gets
exactly
Spinner's
what
choice,
to
he's
do.
going Star Wars
Take
every
your
time.
Oh,
you still have a
absolutely.
challenge if we need it. You still got your
Especially
GTE.
because this is Innergeekdom
It's-
level Star Wars questions. This
It's
isn't
not as
Star
deep.
Wars.
You are right now.
Yeah,
Stay that way, no matter
these
what.
are questions
you
that
spin, no
Damon would
matter-
answer in his sleep,
So I there's not a
probably while taking a shower.
in mind, and I feel really confident going into this. You did a great job
While he's
round
sleeping.
1, putting yourself in a perfect position.
All right.
When he's in a
let's hit that
coma.
wheel up there.
Yeah.
Something flew, hit his head, knocked him out for 3 days. He's still able to answer these questions.
Proven he can crawl out of these before.
Watto likes to
All
wager on pod racing is Watto.
Star Trek, so you get a free spin.
Nubian.
Go ahead and
Nubian.
spin that baby again.
What's a Nubian?
they don't take Republic credits out there.
It's looking like Middle Earth.
Middle Earth. Oh, take it.
Stick
Yeah,
it.
We'll stay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. All right.
That's a smart move.
Love Middle Earth.
Yes.
Fun.
All right. Rock's going to put you there. Bring in.
That was a.
So let's see.
We got a good game, guys. We got a good game coming
All right. All right.
because these aren't
Run
going to be
through
as
it.
deep as
Run through the
You're
whole
gonna
thing.
have 5
These aren't gonna be as
questions in
deep as the,
realm of
exhibition
Middle
either.
Earth, my
No.
friend. Here is the
same case.
question. All right, Alex, first one. In Lord of the Rings,
Ooh.
who said, 300 lives of men, I have walked this earth, and now I have no.
Gandalf.
Is it?
Gandalf the White.
Yes, for 2 points.
Oh, okay.
All right. Question 2.
Gandalf the White.
In The Hobbit, who plays
He
the
can't
dwarf
challenge it.
Dwalin, or Dwalin.
Dwalin.
in
Wallen. Give me
trilogy?
Kalinowski.
And McTavish.
Yes.
Kalinowski.
Right. Question 3. In Return of the King, what is the name of the ruined city that Faramir defends?
Osgiliath.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I just watched these movies. I can't pull some of these names.
Who said to Bilbo
Watch him again.
Yeah.
in The Hobbit? Who said to Bilbo, "I am sorry for doubting you in
Gandalf?
an unexpected journey"?
Thorin.
Come on.
Thorin.
Thorin.
Yes, for 2 more
Yep.
points. Alex,
Nice. Nice.
Hannah here with this next correct answer, Christian.
you can tie it up. This is the 5th question. All right. In her conversation with Aragorn, Eowyn states she fears neither death nor pain, but she does fear what?
Aragorn stuff.
2 more points. Alex,
Okay.
Damon.
A cage?
Unbelievable round there. 18.
You say a
18.
cage?
Lord of the Rings for the strength.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Brandon Hanna, Star
Good
Trek.
job.
They're both
I was
tied
trying to
up
answer it,
going
too.
into round number 3. Mark, how does it go?
They look unflappable too, Christian, as we enter into round number
That's
3.
right.
It's the round
Right,
that
they can't be flapped.
It cannot be flapped.
Come the match. Plus, we go to sudden death overtime. Currently in play. Here's how round number 3
Oh my
works. Each
gosh.
competitor's going to give us
It's going to come down to
numbers.
this.
This is Innergeekdom.
This
So
round,
your numbers
possibly
may
sudden
range
death.
from 1 to 15.
I know it doesn't have anything to do with movies, but someone needs to do like a Scrubs trivia that we can participate in.
Right?
Goodness. Your first question
That's the next brother versus brother match right there.
5.
Enough
I
with
need
the
to
stupid Avengers.
There's
I need to
penalty for
rewatch the whole
question.
show
There's
first.
no
It's
stealing.
been a while since
No,
I
you
watched
don't.
it.
I want to win this one.
Has retained all 3 usages of
Nope.
their JTE rule, and Alex Damon also has that one challenge still left in the back of his pockets. So, Christian, they're tied. They're both thinking about their lucky numbers. Who's going to go first?
Brandon Hanna is still the higher ranked competitor with the tied game. Brandon, you can choose your 3 numbers, please. Go ahead.
4, 8, and 15.
4, 8, and 15 for Hanna,
Jeez.
and for Alex Damon, please.
Round 3, and we're still at 18 to 18.
6 and 9. All right, we're going to bring Roxy in, who's going to be able to talk to Alex for 60 seconds. Roxy, go
I
ahead.
love those numbers. I think those are the best numbers
Great
on the entire
numbers.
planet.
Nice shiny
I'm
numbers.
so
I
proud
like
of you.
those numbers. Those are some good numbers.
That really just happened. You are incredible. This is where Brandon.
I like that
down
boulder.
in his
That's a nice
confidence.
boulder.
I know you.
Once
this
again,
is
not an
yours to
Innergeekdom
win.
movie.
You want to be double belted. Now is the time to make sure you're going to be
Shrek for
double
Innergeekdom?
belted. Stay calm. Stay focused.
Yeah.
Remember, you've got your JTEs.
Don't
I'm
get-
so proud of you. I'm
Got
so
your
proud of you.
JTE's got your
And
challenge. Use a challenge
Thank you, Roxy
somewhere.
Stryer.
Just use it.
Take care of your
So we're going to react to this, and then we're going to talk about it. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
and bounce it to
You're a monster.
Hannah. You have question number 3 is what you chose. Category 3, excuse me. Category 3. And you chose Marvel films. All right, here you go. Who played the title character in
Thomas Jane.
2004's The Punisher?
Tom Jane.
Thomas Jane is correct. All right. So 2 points.
Still can't challenge anything.
for
So
Alex.
I don't know if you would challenge that either.
Next.
I don't think you'd win that challenge.
Brandon Hanna.
Sir Lord
Mark,
Thomas
you
Jane.
chose Category 4, Mark.
Yes, he did, Christian. And the number of Jim Harbaugh when he was playing corresponds to the category of weapons, technology, vehicles, and magical objects.
Oof.
It's a smorgasbord.
Oof.
Brandon, your question for 2 points.
Smorgasbord would beat the magical omelet.
What type
Adam.
of weapon
Omelet.
does Huntress use to commit vigilante murders in Birds of Prey?
Bow and arrow.
It's a crossbow.
Crossbow.
That'd be a crossbow.
Yeah.
It would be a crossbow. Christian, we're tied. Back to
A
you.
mechanical bow
All
and
right,
arrow.
So back and forth we go. Alex Damon chose category 6. Category 6.
Good Lord.
DC
This match.
movies. DC movies.
This match is annoying.
Your question, Alex. In Superman the movie, what is
Henchwoman, Miss Tessmacher.
Henchwoman?
Miss Tessmacher. Uh-oh.
Who's this to? Damon?
Damon. That could be it right there.
5.
On.
Repeat.
First one.
Mm.
In Superman the movie.
I'm trying to think of what's her real name.
Luthor's
Perrin.
Henchwoman.
Ava Perrin? No, that's Evita. I can't remember. It's Miss Tessmacher. Eve Tessmacher.
Tessmacher!
There you go.
Stop talking while he's answering.
Thank you. That's the one. When I see a question like that, I wish I would have gotten it.
Sure you do.
That could be it right there.
All right. So now we find ourselves in a position where Brandon Hanna can take the lead here and force Alex Damon to hit his 5 if he gets this question right. Mark, he chose category number 8.
Yes, he did. And Steve Young's number is the Wizarding World. Okay, Brandon. So you've selected the Wizarding
We're
World.
not answering.
3-point advantage over Alex Damon. And your question. After Harry, Ron, and Hermione got past Fluffy, what was the plant creature they were caught in called?
Devil's Snare.
Doesn't sound pleasant, but he's correct.
Planty.
3 points. And
That's it. Valerie Perrine.
Anna for the moment.
Got him.
Thank you, Ryan.
Has
Because that actually was annoying me.
win here. If Alex Damon
No,
hits his
no
5
sudden
pointer,
death here.
then he's going to force Hanna to hit his 5. If he misses, Brandon Hanna will be advancing
Oh,
to
man.
the semifinals.
Can you imagine?
Alex chose category number 9. Category number 9.
Star Wars. Come on.
That's Star Wars.
Yes.
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 Category number 9. Chose Star Wars.
Dang, why can't we be doing like an overtime situation? This would be great.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen, but
Character was played by
Hugh
Hugh Corshi.
Panaka.
Captain Korsh Panaka.
That is correct for
Yeah,
5.
that's way more correct than you needed.
Yeah.
Forces.
I just said Panaka. I didn't even give him his like title.
5-pointer. If he hits
Panaka.
the 5-pointer,
Man, if
he
Brandon
wins.
Hanna,
However, if he misses
this,
then Alex
Yeah.
Damon will make it into the semifinals. Mark,
Ooh,
Brandon Hanna chose category.
he gets to go up against Kalinowski
15.
if he
Category
wins.
15.
ooh,
That's a
ooh.
good match.
5-pointer.
Either one of these is a good
And
match.
always frustrating when your opponent misses a question in round number 3, but yet they still force you to answer all your questions. So we are here now, and Brandon Hanna, it's do or die. Hit the shot or don't. The MC
Do or die. Do you want to ride in the back seat, a caddy?
story. Mr. Hitman.
Wow.
I don't know how many people are going to get that reference.
For the win and to advance in the tournament. What Earth does Mysterio
Oh,
claim
no.
to
Oh, jeez.
Spider-Man Far From Home?
616.
Is that it?
No,
That's a number.
they've asked us before.
You've got to pull a number
5.
here, though.
Yeah.
3.
Repeat the question.
Uh-oh.
I can do that.
First
This
one.
In the MCU, what Earth does Mysterio claim
Is
to be
616
from
our world?
in Spider-Man?
No, 616 is the normal Marvel universe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 616.
5.
I know they mentioned 616, but I don't think he said that's where he's from.
Second one.
All right, this is in the MCU.
Like he's the Mysterio
What
from the
Earth
normal.
Does Mysterio claim to be from in Spider-Man Far From Home?
He's got to say 616. I think it's like 838. Something like that.
5. 4. 3.
Repeat the question.
Last one. Brandon, please have your hands up, please.
All right. In the MCU,
Freeze!
does Mysterio claim to be from in Spider-Man Far From Home?
Earth 563.
And
Uh-oh.
your winner.
I don't know.
Advancing into the next
I don't know.
round, Alex the Demon.
Nice.
Demon. The answer was 833. 833.
I said 838. I was close.
He advances Brandon.
You're off
Just
by
gonna
5
have to
worlds.
put you
Don't
in
worry about
the,
it.
Numbers, whatever.
Great match, Brandon. And
Oh, this is going to be a good storyline, guys.
Stryer. What a match. What a match.
Yeah.
He was in trouble there, Roxy. He,
We get to see Roxy face
Reno, a
Kalinowski
big,
again.
a big
Yeah. So
three-point
in the
hit.
movie,
Alex
616
Damon
is the huge
makes it
is like the
to the next
MCU
round.
world. 616 actually is like the Marvel, just the regular Marvel universe.
Cool. And nobody likes Eve.
I'm not that
Testament
deep level into
as
comics.
DC fans.
I thought it
So
was
I'm
Our
glad
World,
that
though.
you
That's where
forgot
the
about
One
her.
Above
Let
All
her
was
slip
from
your
or something.
mind.
I was
In the
about to
movies,
say
yes.
and he said woman.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's
No,
from the movie's
our-
perspective.
Our
that
world.
could be forgotten in this.
Our
You-
world.
Alex,
No.
you are incredible.
The real life world.
You've gotten some really
Where
bad luck in terms
the
of
one above
numbers
all
that you've
Stan
pulled
Lee
in
is
the
from.
past. It was about time that you pulled Star Wars with that 5-pointer. About time. You were owed that, and I'm glad we can hear Brandon Hanna stop talking now. Just go.
Well, for
go
now
be
anyway.
Quiet for just a minute. You played very well, but Alex Damon is a champion, and he proved that.
Hey, guess
today.
what?
Well, that's the thing, Alex. So, I mean,
What?
Our
regardless
bracket's
of
good.
The way Hannah has been
Oh,
talking,
yeah.
he played
Hey.
phenomenal. I mean, he played
Picked him.
great. He had that Star Trek. He looked like he
Tell your twin that he did a good job.
He hit the 3.
Hey,
It looked
twin,
like
you did
it
a
was
good
gonna be
job.
over, but the 5-pointer, and he came close. He came close with that 5-pointer there. Were you nervous that he was maybe stalling and that he knew the answer?
Of course I was nervous.
I mean, let's look at this.
so well. I was so impressed
I mean,
by that Star
no.
Trek round.
We're-
I knew
enough.
that this was pretty much how this was going to go. I mean,
You'll see that, right? Like
matches, and
I'm not
we
taking my glasses
seemed
off
just
again.
Very neck and neck as I played along. So he is a great competitor.
He's got a better 5 o'clock
As far as
shadow
I'm
than me.
concerned, he does back up all of the smack talk that he throws out there. I mean, he is very good.
Also, it's a really cool shirt.
Usually I'm known for an insightful post-match question, but in this scenario, I just have to ask, Roxy, how do you clap so hard you hurt your eye? Can you take us through the physics of that?
Shockwaves. Shockwaves.
You guys, I wish you could see me because I get up. I know, Christian, you can see me in the waiting room. I get up and I'm clapping, I'm flapping, and it just was a
oh,
little,
she is flappable.
She's flappable.
and
Okay.
I
Yes.
Got it.
clapped I was very focused on the game and the excitement, and I clapped, and I think I like caught an eyelash. Alex, you do weird things to me, man. You make my
Catching
eyes
an
so-
eyelash while you're clapping the equivalent to Mr. Miyagi catching a fly in chopsticks.
I get it.
You know,
I
so
mean-
just it went left and I went right, and you know, if I'm gonna injure myself, at least we're champions because it's a much better injury feeling. Right
Oh, I
now.
can't.
Roxy, Alex.
I actually want to hear Brandon Hanna talk now.
Of your points this year, it was funny because people were wondering when you chose him, like, well, yeah, he's a Star Wars champion, but how often is he going to play? He hasn't gotten any points in Star Wars. All the points have come,
and only because he hasn't played. Only because he hasn't played.
No, absolutely. But I'm just saying the fact that who would have thought that all the points that Alex Damon was racking up has been in the Innergeekdom division. How confident are you with his chances to win this whole thing?
Alex Damon is the biggest joy to manage. He is like the light of my life. I believe in him wholeheartedly, and we see what he does between every single match. So I don't think anybody can
Light
doubt
of my life.
for a reason.
Or however that song goes.
Champion, and I think that I'm fully confident that he's going to be able to take this all the way. Look what he's done so far and how he grows every time. That's 2 perfect round 2s
You done yet?
in a row. 2 perfect round 2s
Are you
in
done
a
yet?
row. I mean, come on, that's crazy. And our opponent today had to spin spinner's choice and
Okay.
still couldn't hold up. So I'm sorry, you got to use.
Good
the
thing you
time
muted that
to your
mic.
bed. Those wrinkles were
Yeah.
driving me mad. And Alex, you are just such. I said it before we started, but you're such a stud in all the ways. Like, thank you for making
And we
my
know
job as
Molly
easy
thinks
as
so as
possible
well.
because you are so incredible at your job.
All right. So listen, thank you to both Roxy Stryer, Alex the Demon Damon. Congratulations on the victory. Hard fought, well earned battle here between yourself and Brandon the Hitman Hanna. Roxy, congratulations to the Rockstars. This is a big victory. I know you guys were
Man.
counting on it. So
We need it. And
Did we say he lucked out with that Star Wars question at the end there?
So thank you to Alex.
Kinda.
All right, thank
But
you to the
hey,
Demon and
you win the
Roxy.
game.
All right,
You win
now
the
we're gonna
game.
bring in just Brandon the Hitman Hanna.
Can we bring Ken
I
back?
gotta start with this. Do you think it was a mistake to let Ken go? Do you think you needed a manager? Maybe you wouldn't have made that challenge in the first round.
I don't know.
I mean, it was a hell of a match, man. What happened?
I don't regret a thing, and I don't regret that challenge at all. I still don't think Green Hornet is an Innergeekdom movie. It doesn't belong in this division. And, you know, maybe it's about time I really give the question writers a piece of my mind. I'm not going to be one of those jerks that makes a stink about the way a question's worded, or, you know, that maybe a question is unfair, but specifically that film doesn't belong. And, you know, I'll give it to Alex Damon. He spun his biggest strength in round 2, spun his other biggest strength for his 5-pointer, and that's what it took to beat me. Him getting his biggest strengths where it counts. Now, I had a weak round 1, and that cost me the match, and it happens. But, I mean, it's funny that I keep hearing you guys talk about how much I love to talk, and I'm just here to speak the truth that all of you need to hear, all the fans at home need to hear. You think I talk too much? Roxy talks way too much. Somebody really needs to shut her up. I mean, how many times are you going to tell me about my wrinkles in my belt? That's really good smack talk. Keep going with that. I mean, Roxy, just leave the trash talk to me, and you just keep trying to blow smoke up your players' skirts, and I'll be back.
Wow. Okay, so my
Wait,
question.
you have to wear a skirt to be on the Rock Stars?
Movies that we're asking questions about.
Because I kind of want to be on the Rock Stars.
Stories of someone who was a villain and then saw the light, maybe saw that there was a different path that they could walk down. Do you think that this loss puts you at that crossroads where you might consider another option, another attitude?
No, I can unmute it, right?
Hush.
Not at all. You know, I recently spoke with my faction mate, Warfather. Great guy. A little too optimistic for my taste, but a great
can
guy.
add myself back to it too.
We're all the heroes of our own story. And of course, I'm the hero of my story. And eventually, sooner or later, all you idiots at home are going to wise up and realize that I'm the hero of your story as well, of the Schmoedown. Because like I said, I preach the truth. And sooner or later,
you'll always be my hero, Brandon Hanna.
You're going to hear what I have to say because I'm far from done.
All right. Well, Brandon the Hitman
might be done with the Droogs though.
Regardless, it was a hell of a match. Good fight. There's always who knows? Maybe we'll see you in singles.
Oh wait, Ken wants to come back on.
Everything going on. I think you and Ken need to have a talk. But regardless, thank you for joining us.
Wouldn't that be a
today.
thing?
Really appreciate it. All right, Brandon Hanna. Mark, that was a battle. That was a quarterfinal match.
We're going to hear about this later.
Damon, I mean, who could beat this guy? I mean, he's playing in Innergeekdom and he's 3-0. In Star Wars, he hasn't lost a match in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or whatever it might be. And even then, who knows? The guy is just on another level. And now he has some time to prepare for his next match. That's scary. That is scary.
I mean, Christian, what we just witnessed, sure, it's a Schmoedown.
Get Damon versus Kalinowski, though.
It felt like we were witnessing the battle of Evermore. There were demons, there were angels, they were clashing, they were throwing haymakers back and forth.
There is a demon, and then there was Hannah, who I would not qualify as an angel.
Categories, and it just ends up shaking out with Alex Damon today.
Depends on your perspective.
I would actually say that Alex is the angel and Hannah was the demon, but you know, there we are.
Possibly, maybe on the other side of that is a championship in his future. This kid's not going anywhere.
I agree with you. Here's the thing with Brandon Hanna is that even though this is a loss, this is a different loss from than when he lost to Chandru those 2 times. He was defeated, he was beaten, and you could see it in his eyes. This Brandon Hanna that lost here today said, okay, you knocked me down. Well, wait, because I'm going to be here when you come back around, pal, because of this competition happening in the Innergeekdom, there's more and more people, and Hanna is dangerous. Hanna showed, look at what he did in that Star Trek round. It was like lights out. He proved in this tournament already, even though he went 1-1 in the tournament, he proved that he is one of the elite competitors. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, this is something that it's going to be an ongoing debate. And since the beginning of time, or at least the Schmoedown, it's which kind of side are you letting back your attitude, your feel, for lack of a better word? Is it the side of light? Is it the side of darkness? And Christian, as Alex Damon pointed out in his pre-show interview, that we see that in these kind of films where it's like the path that guides you. What is your destiny? We're seeing 2 very different paths, but possibly to the same destiny. But for Alex Damon, it's a little more immediate because he's got a huge match coming up, and I'm pretty sure his manager needs to be restrained from hurting herself further during the next contest.
All right, so the stage is set.
I was going to say restrained from hurting Kalinowski.
It's a chuggling along, as Mark Ellis would say, and what a match.
It's a chuggling along.
Thank you to Mark Ellis.
I'm not sure I should say that word.
Sure, if you haven't already, make sure you're going on over to twitch.tv/the Schmoedown.
Should we look that one up on Urban Dictionary? What's chuggle mean?
Today, and the Innergeekdom tournament, you can listen to it on Apple Podcasts. You can subscribe here on YouTube. Make sure you're commenting. Click a like. Leaving a comment here today would be very, very important to the show. If you can, let's get us to 600 comments today. That's the challenge. See if you can do it. Thank you to Mark Ellis. Thank you to Brandon Hanna and to Alex Damon, Roxy Stryer, Ken Nabsock, and we will see you next time.
Next Chugal. All right.
Oh, you like watching Good Mythical Morning, don't you?
I've seen a few episodes.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Here's the thing. Would it have been sweeter if Saul took out Brandon Hanna? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Is it nice that someone finally took out that freaking mouth? Very much so. We don't get to hear him anymore the rest of this tournament.
He didn't say anything bad about us, but
no, but that means we can say all the things bad about him because he doesn't watch us.
No. Saul showed to our stream before. He didn't.
And again, I repeat this. If Brandon Hanna says something to the effect of, why are you guys talking about me like that? That means he has to admit that he's watched us.
Win-win.
Which
Yeah.
we'll take the view. No. Brandon Hanna put up a good fight. It really did come down to that last question. I mean, man, like, we'll give credit where it's due, honestly, is when it comes down to the answer to your question is a specific number. You have no way around it. You have to get the actual number right. That's rough. That is a 5-pointer, and that is a rough 5-pointer. So he fought tooth and nail throughout the entire thing, and it came down to, hey, what number? That's a hard mountain to overcome.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, your name is Alex Damon and the number is somewhere in the Star Wars universe. Or you're Ace and the number is somewhere in the Star Wars universe.
11, 3, and 8.
Yeah, if it's a number in the Star Wars universe, answer choice C in the multiple choice is 11, 3, 8. Just go with answer choice C.
So moving on, this puts Damon versus Kalinowski.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be real good.
Which what we saw here, I think Kalinowski and Damon are on par with each other at this point. So, I think as far as their knowledge base goes, they are on par with each other. Will the kicker for the there you go. The
yeah, that's pretty interesting.
We didn't get Zipper versus Kalinowski yet. So we say Damon versus Kalinowski. We've been saying this, but that means we've been completely ignoring the fact that Zipper's has to go up against Kalinowski first.
Sorry, Zipper. So, yeah, that part of it was us like forecasting, guessing ahead.
Yeah, our own bracket.
The top part of that we're actually correct now that Damon won this.
Yeah, I think having our own bracket up there with our own like answer choices all the way through is throwing me off there. Yeah, so
I need to put some kind of graphic on there like this hasn't been played yet, so we can keep it focused.
Right. we do exist in a world where it is possible for Zipper and Damon to be the next match that Damon has, but we are assuming and guessing that it's Kalinowski. But yeah, here we are. Let's I do want it to be Kalinowski just for the like I've said, the face off between Roxy and Kalinowski again, just because there's so much bad blood there.
Although if Zipper wins against Kalinowski still, that's really good too.
That's good TV. That is great TV because Kalinowski is the one that you expect to win that entire side of the bracket.
Yeah. So Hannah, don't know what's going to happen with Hannah.
Handa.
Don't know what's going to happen with Branna.
Branna.
I'm just combining the names at this point. We don't know what's going to happen with Brandon. He's out of the IG tournament, so we won't see him again. And the thing is, they released the names of everyone who's in the singles tournament. I don't remember Brandon Hanna being a part of that.
Can we find that real quick?
He's usually primarily IG. So
let's see if I can pull that up real quick, actually.
And he's not a part of a team. If he's not a part of a team and he's not a part of the singles, that's it for this year.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for Brandon. I don't think there's any opportunity for any kind of Innergeekdom. I think once this tournament's over, it's it for the majority of Innergeekdom. I know we still have Smets versus Chandru coming up, but the winner of that's going to be who faces the winner of this tournament and at Spectacular. So yeah, that's it.
So we'll see. Yeah, that's about it. Because I don't believe I saw his name on the list of the singles roster.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pull up the roster. I know his name's not on it, but I want to see if I can pull up the roster still. Where is it at?
It's on Facebook.
You know what? our buddies over at Certain Point of View definitely have a tweet about it. So let's
Oh yeah, you can follow their tweet as well.
bring them up, and we'll go off of what they posted up on their Twitter.
Roxy versus Kaiser is great.
Yeah, and that's always good. That's always a good matchup as far as managers go.
That's the thing with this, the way the draft works, it's almost more of like I would say last year, hearing just the competitors themselves like trash talk each other was fantastic. There was a lot of good material in that.
Yeah.
Now, not only do we have that, we also have the managers. Oh, that's fantastic.
That's one of the things I think I love the most about how the game is formatted is done now, is that now you have managers who are on the mic every single match.
Yeah.
And you get the likes of Winston and Kaiser and you got Roxy, and all these people are pros at what they're doing. You got newcomers like Kate and Shannon, and they're going off just as much as everybody else. I mean, Kate's obviously a professional in terms of comedy too. So you're having Sam Levine. You got Sam Levine. Stop and mention everybody. Everybody who's a manager has been killing it as far as promotion and being on the mic goes. So that's one of my favorite things about having managers so involved now.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're almost as big of a draw, if not, just as much of a draw as the actual competitors in their matches. You go to, whenever we get live events again, you go to a live event, you're not just going for the competitors who are facing off, you're going for who's managing also. I'm going to see, Kaiser and Tom Dagnino, mouth off at each other at live. Like, oh yeah, I want to see that. Obviously, pay money for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I do want to go through like kind of, since they just released it today, I want to kind of go through like the singles stuff real quick.
Okay.
While we're here. But before we do that, do we have any final thoughts like on this match? I think it was
fantastic. This is definitely a really good match.
Yeah,
very well fought.
Yeah, it was very well fought. I mean, you got Alex who's trucking along and might actually be in a position of being able to be a first double belted champion who's held a Star Wars belt. So that's something to take note of. I think like what I said earlier was Alex Damon is a legitimate threat in IG. I was calling it pretty early, and some people were like, well, we don't really know what he knows. We're not quite sure. And I look at this and I look at, how well he played against someone like Hanna, who does know how to play IG pretty dang well. He's pretty good in this division. You look at Alex Damon, I'd say, yeah, he's a very good threat, a very big threat in this division. So we will continue watching his career with great interest. I'm going to always make that joke.
Yeah. So let's go through that singles thing real quick.
Yep. We'll dive in this and then we'll call it a day.
Y'all got any questions? Get the questions in because we'll hit them right after this.
Shoot us some questions. What are our predictions for other Schmoedown stuff? What do we think about this, that, and the other? Just shoot in those questions and we'll answer them right after this. So we start with, I'm just going down the list of what they got here. We got Rockstars has put in Mark and Draco, Jeff Snyder, Jim Vevita, and David Del Rio. We're trying to think if there's anyone else that we would have thought from the Rockstars, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, let's just get through the list for the most part.
Yeah. So we got the Dungeon has entered Eric Zipper, Video Drew, Vinny Mancuso, and Andres Gallegos, which I'm super excited to see Andres. His first match, because we see him all the time over at video pop culture quizzes, and he's a really cool guy. I really like him, so I'm excited to see. I'll be rooting for him. Over on the Burning Droogs, we've got Bonnie Somerville, Whitney Seibold, Alonzo Duralde, and Jader.
Nice to see Jader in there.
That's the other one. Is I'm excited to see Jader further his record in this division or in this in this tournament. So that'll be really cool.
Wonder who they pick if Bonnie doesn't show up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Real quick,
JTE.
So where's the full list? So a certain point of view has tweeted it out on a Twitter thread, and it's also on the Facebook group, the Schmoedown Facebook group. They posted it on there.
Yeah, it's in multiple places. I'm just reading it off of what certain point of view tweeted out, just because it was easy for me to find. Quirky Mercs, we've got Coy putting in Bibiani and Brendan Meyer, Perry and Tim Franco. There you go. Our bud nice. Tim Franco is in the singles.
I believe we talked to him briefly about that when we did the stuff watch along, which if you want to be a part of our watch alongs, patreon.com/cinefanatics. But we talked to him about that, and he said he was inquiring at the time. So
yeah,
nice to see that paid off. Can't wait to see Tim in the.
And that's going to be really interesting when I get to Usual Suspects in a moment. But
yeah, it will.
The Den, we've got Kate entering in Paul Preston, James White, Rachel Silvestrini, and Tom. Here's the thing.
Good.
No Ben Goddard.
No,
he's had his play in Innergeekdom, and I think he's going to be saving for the teams tournament. Plus, I know him and Rachel have got a teams match coming up here pretty soon, pay-per-view style. So that'll be interesting. But I'm glad to see Rachel get some screen time this year, because she has fought and earned a place in the singles tournament here. And also we get James finally getting a debut after he was traded from the Droogs to the Den. So anyway, Usual Suspects. Here we go. We got Ethan Irwin, provided of course he doesn't have the belt. I guess if he wins the belt, then
if he wins the belt, then Jen Kemp will be in his place.
Then Jim Kemp will be in. Okay. That'll be interesting. And then we got Matt Atchity and Sabina Graves are in there. And then the reason why this one will be interesting for Tim is if he gets a match with the one and only Robert Montano originally from Late to the Party, now on his only.
Yeah. We've already seen what was it? Tim and Stacy were partnered up and went against Late to the Party, and I believe defeated them.
Yeah.
And now you get to see Robert, Tim.
Yeah, Tim and Stacy defeated Late to the Party. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we could potentially see Tim and Robert go head to head, kind of like your revenge flick, like your old boy going up against.
Yeah, and then Garth also brings up
friends reference I'm making, whatever.
Okay, you definitely lagged out there, but okay. And Garth also brings up a good point here. We might get to see Tom versus Video Drew in singles. I am all about that. Please make that match happen. That's got to be like a first round match, right? I mean, I don't know where Tom would rank.
I don't know, but that's definitely a match that I would be like, yeah, I kind of wish I lived in California for that match.
Why?
A lot of that color. I just feel like that would be just a very weird match to watch.
Live in person? Well, I mean, we're all going to see it the same way. It's going to be virtual. So
no matter how you watch it, it's going to be weird.
It'd be nice to see that live in person, but I don't think anyone's going to get to be able to do that. But hey,
But on your viewing technology of choice, it's going to be probably still weird.
That's true.
Down for that.
And then we've got Finstock Exchange, which this one's going to be an interesting one because we've got Barbarian and Riley are definitely both going to be in there. The other two spots are either going to be one of or two or three people: Roka, Merle, or Sabrina. The kicker there is Merle's currently got the belt. If he defends it, or Roka takes it, then whoever's not belted will be entered in the tournament, and Sabrina will also be entered in the tournament. If Ethan Irwin, through the string of matches, ends up becoming the title holder, that means both Dan and Roka are going to be in the tournament, and Sabrina will not. Me over here, obviously, like I've been saying, I'm a big proponent of Sabrina being in the tournament because I faced off with her and Brandon during the La La Land Video Chronic Pop Culture Quiz, and I've seen how she performed in that. Keeping in mind that me and Brandon did a little bit of studying for that match, she did not.
She says she did it. In fact, she called y'all nerds for studying La La Land before doing a La La Land quiz. You freaking nerds. I'm all with Sabrina on that one.
And here's the thing. She was, 2 points behind us the entire way through?
Yeah. No, that might just be La La Land. Apparently, La La Land has that power over people.
Sure.
But
I'm using it as a case study. A case study here is that she was 2 points behind the entire way through in a match where she was up against two people who did a little bit of studying beforehand, and she did not. And imagine if she studies. Nobody stands a chance. She'll have a belt.
Yeah.
So I'm a big proponent of Sabrina being in the tournament because she's going to, how do the kids say it nowadays? Slay. She's going to do well. She's going to do very well.
Wow.
This don't blame me. Blame the kids nowadays. They say weird things.
You're still a kid. You're like, what, 17?
I'm 30, you dumb. Anyways.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. Anyway, moving on to corruption. We've got Chance. We've got Adam Collins. So there you go. There's the one that they just picked up in the free agent pickup. Marisol McKee finally getting some screen time. She's coming from the fan leagues also, just like Adam. And they're saying so right now it looks like that Mike is still to be determined on whether or not he will be in that. I guess what I
get that's probably coming down to the IG tournament.
Yeah. Well, no, not necessarily. That's coming down to the fact that him and Guy still technically have a match that they're supposed to do. We'll find out on Schmoedown Backstage this next Tuesday. They're going to be talking about that and whether or not that will be happening. That's going to, I think whoever wins that faces Bateman for a number one contender shot. So that's why Bateman's not in the tournament also. So that could also be why you don't see Mike Kalinowski in the tournament, is because maybe he wins and he's got the number one contender shot. So he's up in the air right now.
Yeah.
We know for sure Bateman is not, because Bateman for sure has the number one contender shot. So be interesting to see who Corruption picks, if not Kalinowski, though. Anyway, going to Swag as our last one here. Winston is putting in Paulo Yama, Liz Shannon Miller, Lon, and Frank Moran. Frank Moran's going in, which means we do not get Makuga in the tournament. And I don't know, I don't know if this qualifies as the first singles tournament that Makuga is not actually a part of or not, but man, we don't get Makuga this time around.
No. I mean, we were still kind of hoping for the Wildberry Civil War too, so.
Yeah, which I think could have happened, but again, with the way the world is now,
because of 2020.
Because 2020 is doing 2020 things. We don't get the Wildberry face off, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. We don't know what the team's tournament looks like yet. We don't know if Winston's wanting to pair Makuga up with somebody else, and maybe we get the experiment versus a team that Winston pairs Makuga into, which then you get your Dewberry versus Makuga, and that would be very interesting.
Yeah.
But that's for the team's tournament. We don't know much about it yet, how it's going to work, how it's happening, what teams are in it. So that's going to be it. We did a reaction to cover the singles. Anybody got any questions for us? Otherwise, we are going to call it a night. And I don't know. I'm going to call it a early night tonight.
Go to bed.
Maybe call it early morning tomorrow morning. We'll see.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do like all of our plugging stuff real quick. If y'all want to drop some questions in, go over to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown YouTube channel. It's the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe over there. Help them out that way. Also, hop on their Twitch channel, twitch.tv. Although I don't know if they're doing anything at Twitch now. No,
They will be. But they're not doing anything with the tournaments coming up. Singles and teams will all be YouTube.
So keep their Twitch channel in mind in case they do something again with that. So that'll be twitch.tv/the Schmoedown. Also hop on their Patreon, patreon.com/the Schmoedown. Hop on the tier. They made a lot of announcements of like a lot of like pay-per-view shows. Plus there's a chance that I guess we're going to be getting these single tournaments. Could be potentially like 4 matches a week. Some of those are probably going to be on Patreon. You'll want to be a part of their Patreon. Sign up over there for that. As for us, you can follow us at Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. Hop on our Patreons, patreon.com/Cinefanatics, whatever tier you want to do for that. Also, Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, there is the Tagline, the show where the tagline is the title, where we're going to talk about movies. We talk about us. We're going to make some changes to that pretty soon coming up, but there's a lot of good, interesting stuff that's happening over there, so make sure you come back and join us again Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Time for the Tagline. And
Choogling along there,
or however they do it on Friday the 13th. Anyways, I don't see any other questions, nothing in the Streamlabs, so we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Thank y'all, all of y'all who have been watching this stream. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for participating. It's been a blast. This has been a great reaction. Again, thank y'all for being here, and we will see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.